Hi students, good evening and welcome back to Chakravarthy E Classroom. So today we are going to discuss some questions from Sequence and Ranking chapter. Sequence and Ranking, or we may call this one as Order and Ranking. See students, this chapter is also very important for many competitive exams. They give questions from this chapter in prelims as well as mains in many competitive exams. Nowadays they are giving very good questions, high difficulty level questions from this simple chapter also. Previously they used to give very normal questions, very easy questions from this chapter in almost all competitive exams, but nowadays even from this chapter also they have increased the difficulty level. So in this class I am going to discuss total 3 questions students. Already we have posted 6 questions from this chapter in our Telegram channel. 3 questions I'll discuss in this class and 3 in the next session, so that the duration of the video will be less and there won't be any buffering problem for you. Alright, but before going for this one students, you need some basics to solve this type of questions within the stipulated time with 100% accuracy. I cannot teach you all the basics in this class because in my regular course already I have taught the basics for more than 1.5 hours while comparing the one person with the other. But I'll give you one small technique in this class. See, alright. So here, generally students, whenever there is a comparison between or among the persons, in reasoning, don't use any mathematical symbols like greater than, less than. Don't use that one. You can go for a small technique instead of using those mathematical symbols, because while using mathematical symbols, logically, many problems will be there. You will be confused for some questions. For that reason, I'll give you the best method. First of all students, suppose 2 persons are there, A and B. Okay, how would you compare these 2 persons? In how many ways you can compare? Total 6 ways you can compare. How to compare this one? Like this: A may be equal to B. Okay, but in reasoning I'm not going to use this mathematical symbol. I'll tell you how to go for. Or A may be greater than B. Second comparison. Or A may be less than B. These 3 are called primary comparison. Then secondary comparison is A may be greater than or equal to B, or A may be less than or equal to B, or A is not equal to B. See students, all these are called 6 comparisons. But beyond these 6 comparisons, you cannot go for any other thing. Nothing is there beyond this one. But students, in reasoning, as I told you just now, don't compare with mathematical symbols. What do you mean by A is greater than B? For example, they say A is taller than B, A is heavier than B, and A eats more than B. Many cases are A is less than B, A is shorter than B, A is lighter than B, and so on. A is equal to B means A and B are of same height, same weight. On many parameters you can compare. So here you do one thing: when A is greater than B. Okay, I start with this one. A is greater than B. Don't compare with greater than symbol in reasoning particularly. In quant, in other chapters, of course, we can use the mathematical symbols. A is greater than B means start like this. Suppose B is there. A is greater. Greater means always take on the upper side. Less means downer. At par, equal to means here in this way. Just imagine one horizontal line and vertical line. A is greater than B. A is taller than B in this way. Alright. Or A is less than B in this way. B, A. A is equal to B in this way. See how wonderful method this is, you will realize that. Okay, or A is greater than or equal to B. That means A may be greater than B or equal to B. 2 cases. Or A is less than or equal to B. A is less than B or equal to B. 2 cases. Alright, then A is not equal to B. Not equal to B means A may be greater than B or less than B. 2 equally possible places. Now we are going to solve the questions based on this logic. You should never use greater than or less than symbols. Why that is so? Suppose students, if a small example I'll give you, if they have given in this way, A is taller than B, A is taller than B, A is taller than B. Then A is taller than B, then C is taller than B. For example, if you want to use greater than or less than symbols, you will be confused. A small example I have given you. Alright, so suppose if you want to use the method which I have proposed you here, you go like this: A is taller than B. Simple. Then C is also taller than B. Now C is taller than B means where shall you keep C here? When A is taller than B, this is the way. C is also taller than B. There is no conformed place for C. Where can you place C? C can be here or here or here. Yes or no? C can be between A and B. C may be shorter than A or equal to A or even greater than A. For that reason, in my method, you have to show like this: C's place can start here and can be anywhere on this arrow. So C can be here, here or here. That should start here and can be anywhere on the arrow. Got the clarity? Simple technique I have given you. I have taught all the basics in my regular class in such a way that you will never forget that one in your life. Many techniques I have given. Alright, so I'm going to confine to this one only because for these 3 questions, this technique is enough. Okay, now let's start the question here. First one, you take what exactly they have given here. 6 students are there. Let's start with the first question. Start with this one only. 6 students are there. A to F they have given. Each got different marks. Now you see, each got different marks. That means no student got same marks. Then no 2 students got the same marks. Then different marks in an examination. D got less marks than only 2 students. A got more marks than C. Some information they have given. But students, always remember, I have told you I have given you in the basic classes also, the word only plays a vital role in comparison questions. How is that one? The sentence here they have given that total 6 students are there. D got less marks than only 2 students. With the help of the word only, here you can confirm the place of D directly on the chart and indirectly other places also. How is that one? I repeat this point. If they use the word only, you are lucky enough in the examination. If they give the word only, here they have used word only for D. That means directly you can confirm the place of D on the chart itself. No need to go for any rough work. Directly on the chart and indirectly other places also. How is that one, students? Here total 6 persons are there. Directly you can go for the chart 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now they have given that D got less. Always remember, less means down, more means up, equal means at par. Anyway, in this question, equal possibility is not there. Then D got less marks than only 2 students. Total 6 persons are there. D got less than only 2 students means he got more than the remaining students. As simple as this one. So D got less marks than only students except these 2. That means D got less marks than only these 2. D's place is confirmed in this way. Suppose if they have not used the word only, simply they have given D got less marks than 2 students means you cannot keep it directly on the chart. Rather you can say 2 students are there, D is here. But I don't know how many are there below D and how many are there above this one. After using the word only, you can confirmly say that place of D is confirmed here. You must have got the idea. See students, very, very important point. Alright, now go for the next one here. What's next information? D got less marks than only 2 students. Then A got more marks than C but less than F. Now, you cannot keep it directly on the chart. I am going for the rough work. I told you this technique in puzzle classes also, right? What's the rough work here? A got more marks than C. A got more marks than C. How simple, you see. A got more marks than C but less than F. This is the order. Order in the sense they have not given that A got immediately more than C or F got immediately more than A. There is a possibility that some people may come in between or may not also, but the order should be in this way. Okay, now go for the next one here. F got less marks than B. Now direct comparison, F got less marks than B. That means B got more marks than F. Then the student who got third position, and after above, over and above this one, have they given any other information here? Yeah, one more information is there. C did not get the least marks. Where shall I keep this one? C did not get. So positive on the right side, negative on the left side. C's place is not this one. On the left side I have kept. This basic technique I have given you in the puzzle classes. Alright, C has not got the least marks. So C's place is not this one. And finally they have given the student who got third least marks got 28 marks. So first of all, finalize the place, then go back to that one. How simply you can go for this one, students. Here above C, how many percent should be there? 1, 2, 3, minimum 3. Above C, minimum 3% should be there. Above 3, minimum 3% means if C is here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes, that is possible, right? If C is here, 1, 2, 3, 4, that is possible. If C is here, minimum 3, that too out of those 3, A, F, B should be covered. That means if you keep C here, A, F, B, there is no place at all. That means you cannot go for C here. And moreover, you cannot go for C here. Otherwise, directly from this end you can come here. I cannot keep C here. Alright, and I cannot keep C here, and above this place, only place for C is this one, as simple as this one. Okay, directly you can go for, I explained you by considering this place also, because if any beginner is there, you can understand from the basic level. Okay, now this is C's place. Above C, A, F, B should be there in this order. So there is no place for A. It should be A, and it should be F, and it should be B, as simple as this one. How many persons are over here? Total 5 are over. A, B, C, D, F are over. This is E, as simple as this. I explained you very slow, but you can do in the examination in maximum time of 1 minute. You can complete the comparison. Once you have completed the comparison, doing the questions is not a big issue. Very easily you can go for. Now here they have given that the student who got third least mark, first, second, third, right? Third least mark got 28 marks. So A got 28. This is how exactly they have given. A small correction you make, students, in the Telegram channel we have posted. I think here this is instead of less, D got less marks than only 2. Instead of less, they have given more. D got more marks than only 2 students they have given. Alright, in that case what happens? D got more marks than only 2 students means here D's place is this one. More marks than only 2 students. If you want, you do one thing. After making the correction, this is the solution. If you, before correction also, one more question can be fabricated. So, D got more marks than only 2 students. You do that question also. D got more than only 2 means only to these 2, and this place should be given to D, and go on doing the question with that one. Anyway, that was the typing mistake. You just correct this one as less marks. Got the idea? Right. Now go for the questions here. What's the first one here? How many students got more marks than C? A simple one here. This is C here. How many students got more marks than C means that is 4 students got more marks than C. The next one is if F and D got 89 marks together and D and A got 63 marks together, then what is the number of marks that F got is the question. Simple simplification or calculation you go for. F and D got 89 marks. So this is F and this is D. Both together got 89. Then after that they have no connectivity. Go for the next one here, and D and A got 63 marks. These two. D and A should get how many marks? 63. Okay, now D and A got 63, A got 28 means D should get 3 minus 28. You do first, you do 60 minus 20, that is 40. 40 minus 8 is 32 plus 3, 35. So this is 35. Okay, what do you mean by 35? D got 35. D got 35. So now here F and D together got 89, D got 35. How many marks got by F is directly, again you have to deduct that one. This is 9 minus 5, 4, and 8 minus 3, 5. My answer is 54 is the right answer. Have you got the idea, students, right? This question comes under one type of questions from sequence and ranking or order and ranking questions. Got the clarity? Right. Now take the second question, students. A simple question, this one also. a simple comparison here they have given. How is that? A certain number of persons were sitting in a row facing north such that number of persons on the right of A was same as the number of persons on the left of B. You can do it very easily. All the persons are facing north. You know the basic method. What is that? If one person is facing north, or right side is his right, or left is his left. Basic idea. Okay, right. Now let's start this one here. Certain number of persons are there. I don't know the number, but one thing is sure that number of persons on the right side of A is equal to number of persons on the left side of B. How is that? Suppose this is the place of A. Number of persons on the right side of A. This number should be equal to number of persons on the left side of B. But I don't know where to keep B as of now. So keep it aside here. Go for the next one here. Now they have given B sits on the left of A, somewhere on the left of A. I may take like this. Suppose this is B. You take in this way. Suppose this is B. But now one thing is clear, that number of persons on the left side of B must be equal to number of persons on the right side of A. Suppose here X number of persons are there, here also X. You know that simple way. Alright, now go for the next one here. B sits on the left of A. Then C sits exactly in the middle of A and B. Now you see, C sits exactly in the middle. That means number of persons here must be equal to here. Alright, both are equal. Where is that one? Between C and A. Where is that? A and B. And number of persons between C and A were twice the number of persons on the right side of A. One more clue they have given. The number of persons between C and A is twice the number of persons who are on the right side of A. That means if this is X, it should be taken as 2X. When it is 2X, the place of C is exactly in the middle when compared to B and A. Now when it is 2X, it must be 2X. That's it. Okay, is there any other clue they have given here? Here A and B and number of persons between C and A were twice the number of persons to the right of A, who was 58th from the left end. So A was 58th from the left end. From the left end, this person is 58th position. He is on the 58th position. That means on the left side of him, how many persons should be there? 57. When this number is 57, he will become the 58th from the left end. Now you got the idea. Now easily you can solve the questions, students. Here what are the questions? 2 questions they have given, but before that easily you can find out what is the value of X here. How is that one? Now excluding A, here 57% should be there. Just go for the equation. How many persons are there here? X is here. Okay, X plus B plus 2X plus C plus 2X should be equal to 57. That means here 2X plus 2X, 4X plus X. This is 5X plus B is 1 person, C is 1 person, 2 persons is equal to 57. Okay, then easily you can find out X is equal to 11. 55 by 5, that is 11. That means here 11 persons are there. Now this should be equal to 22. Now here also 22 and here also 11. That's it. Now the questions here they have given, how many persons are there in the row? How many persons are there in the row? Don't count from here. 11 plus 22 plus 22. Don't go for that one, because already A is on the 58th position. So 58 persons plus 11. Here 58 plus 11 is 69. So for first question my answer is 69. Over. Now go for the next one here. What is the position of C from the right end of the row? What's the position of C? C is here. C is here. Right end of the row. So after C, how many persons are there here? These 11 persons are there. Okay, plus these 22 are there. 11 plus 22, that is 33, and A is 34. That means after C, 34 persons are there. Now what is C's position from the right end? Means 34 persons are there. His place is 35th is the right one. As simple as this one. Have you got the clarity on this one, students? Two simple questions I have explained you. Okay, of course these questions are not very difficult questions but tricky questions, so for that reason I have chosen this one. You can expect this type of questions at mostly at prelims level. Most of the cases at tier 1 or prelims level they are asking this type of questions. Okay, now go for the next question, the last one here. Last one, it's a good question, students. Generally they ask this type of questions at mains level. Okay, so what exactly they have given? Total 7 persons are there, A to G, have different height and weight such that they have given some information. See, I'll give you one very good technique for this type of questions also. A good technique here. What is that? Now the comparison is among how many persons? 7 persons are there based on 2 parameters. What are the parameters? Height and weight. Remember students, when number of persons is same or same persons are there, those 7 persons, but are being compared on 2 parameters, you should not go for 2 separate diagrams. Many students do this mistake. Height wise they compare it one place, weight wise they go for one height and weight only or any other thing, height and weight only. Okay, don't go for 2 separate diagrams. Since the persons are same, you just go for only one diagram. How is that one? Simple. How many are there? 7 are there. You take 7 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 I am doing. Okay, now these 7 persons at one place, height wise, on the right side, weight wise, that's it. I'm going to compare these persons on only one chart here. Okay, the rough work for weight you take here, rough work for height wise you take here, and finally the fair work you just put it on the main chart. Go very quick here. What's the information they have given? Such that the tallest one is not the heaviest one. Who is the tallest one? Here. Always remember, height wise you have to take in this way, descending order, weight wise in this order. That means he is the tallest person, he is the shortest, he is the heaviest person, he is the lightest one in the descending order. Okay, the same technique I told you for the first question. Now they have given that the tallest one is not the heaviest one. This person and this person should not be the same. Should not be the same. Go for the next comparison here. Not the heaviest one. D is taller than A but not heavier than G. How can I go for this one? I cannot go directly onto the chart. D is taller than A. Somewhere I'm writing here. D is taller than A. Some persons may come in between or may not. We don't know that because they have not given that D is immediately taller than A. Keep it aside here. D is taller than A but not heavier than G. That means D is lighter than G. This way. Okay, in the rough work you keep. Then go for the next one. B is heavier than E but not as much tall as C. Now here B is heavier than E. I am writing here. B is heavier than E. No connectivity between these two comparison. Now keep it aside here. B is heavier than E but B is not as much tall as C. So C and B. This is the comparison. Okay, now go for the next information here. F is heavier than B, B and E. Okay, F is heavier than B and E. And this one, direct connectivity is there. Okay, F is heavier than B and E but shorter than C and B. So F is shorter than C and B. Simple way. Okay, this is how you need to connect the persons. Go for the next information. D is not taller than F. That means D should be shorter than F. So already this is one comparison. This is one comparison. Now they have given that D is shorter than F. That means there is a connectivity. You can take it as it is. Okay, now what they have given, D is not taller than F, G is not taller than A and also not heavier than E. G is not taller than A, G should be here somewhere. Now these two got connected. Okay, G is not taller than A and also not heavier than E. G should be G is not heavier than E. There is a connectivity. So you can take like this. I'm just bringing this one. You can go like this. So Now you can connect all the things in this way. Okay, next one what they have given, this information is over. A is not lighter than C, who is heavier than B? Now you see, A is not lighter than C. A is not lighter than C means A should be heavier than C. And what's the position of C here? C, who is heavier than B? Now you see, it's a good one here. Here I'm writing in this way. Let's do one thing, just expand this space. We will keep here. Information they have given that A is not lighter than C. That means A is heavier than C. One information. But how they have given A is not lighter than C. Who is heavier than B? Now you see, C is heavier than B. Okay, but I don't know the comparison between A and F. For that reason, students, you have to go like this. C's place can be anywhere on this arrow. Okay, but A should be heavier than C, because I don't know the comparison between F and A. Keep it in this way. Many questions we have solved in our basic classes, right? The questions which are almost 10 times tougher than this one also we have solved in that, right? Now go for the next information here. A is not lighter than C. Who is heavier than B? Then C is shorter than only one person. Now see the word only. Okay, so C is shorter than only one person. C should be shorter than only one person means he should be taller than remaining persons. C's place is confirmed. Got it? Next information what they have given, or else directly you can go for this one, students, in this way. Below C, how many persons should be there according to this connectivity? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 must be there. Here how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Directly you can take this one. It should be B. There is no other way. F, D, A and G. That's it. Okay, who is the left out person here? A, B, C, D, F and E is over. And at the same time, E's place should not be this one. Remember this. Okay. Next information. F is not the second heaviest and is lighter than C. Now they have given this one. So F is lighter than C. Now I can keep C's place here. Of course, this is A's. Oh. Now how many persons are over here? Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Already 7 have come. So directly as it is, you take this one A, C, F, B, E, G, D in this way. A, C, F, B, E, G and D. This is how you need to go for the questions. Actually, this clue is not at all useful for us. What is that one? Who is the tallest person is not the heaviest one. Of course, that is not at all required for us. In this way, you need to go for the comparison, right? Have you got the idea, students? I have taught very slow, almost dead slow. I have taught this one so that even a beginner, if any beginner is also there, you should understand this one. All right. So this is how exactly you need to go for this one. And they have given some questions also. Let's go for the questions, students. These are the questions. Who is the tallest one? You can do simply here. Who is the tallest one here? The tallest one is E. E is the right answer. Okay. Next one is who is the heaviest one? They have asked. Heaviest one is A is the right one. This is over. Next, how many persons are heavier than the one who is second shortest? Who is the second shortest person? Second shortest. This one, not tallest. Second shortest is this person. Second shortest. Okay. Now what's the question here? The question here is how many persons are heavier than the one who is second shortest? Second shortest is A. Now, how many persons are heavier than him? No person is there. No person. Your answer is none for that one. Answer is none is the right answer. This is how exactly you need to go for the questions. Okay. Now, we will close the session here only. Total 3 questions I have explained you. See, students, remaining 3 I just explain in the next session. You just copy the questions here. These questions are very important for many exams. Remember, from sequence and ranking or order and ranking, they are giving questions with more twists also. So first brush up your basics and go for the questions. Thank you very much, students. And before going for this one, I just would like to give you one information. Many students are asking, sir, how to join your Telegram channel. Telegram channel, simple. I am giving the Telegram channel link in the description box here. Just click on that one. You can directly join that one for free classes. And if anybody wants to go for regular courses. That information also I am giving in the description box. Thank you very much, students.